Okay, so now let's continue with our discussion. So, again, our beam experience is lateral torsional backlink. So, right now, ang kukonsider naman natin ngayon are discretely braced beam, ano? So, when this happen, the code assume na yung nung ginawa niya yung equations natin na 'to, so sa F2, F3, and F5 equations, ang assumption niya yung moment diagram natin is constant yung kanyang value ano. It means na ano siya 'no, hindi siya variable or ibig sabihin ano lang siya, uniform lang yung mismong moment diagram natin. So halimbawa kung if you have a moment diagram, okay, ang assumption niya ganito lang yung itsura niya 'no. Na straight lang siya, yung mismong moment diagram natin, which is not the case whenever we have a loading. Halimbawa, meron tayong concentrated load na loading sa gitna, okay? Alam natin ang moment diagram niya is a triangular load, okay? Or kapag halimbawa naging uniformly distributed yung loading natin, sa kanya, alam natin na yung kanyang mismong moment diagram is a parabola, parabolic na siya. So, hindi siya nagiging uniform, ano? So, if the moment is not uniform, ang sabi ni ano, the beam may have higher backlink strength. Okay? Kaya to um accommodate yung increase in backlink strength daw natin sa moment capacity, mapapansin natin na yung mismong values ng code natin, meron siyang multiplier dito na CB, ano? Ito yung moment magnifier natin na gagamitin. Na so far, doon sa examples natin previously, na-assume natin na CB is equals to 1. Pero actually, we have to calculate that based on the value of our moment diagram. Okay? Also dito yung value ng CB. Oh. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, ina-amplify pa natin yung capacity natin, pinapataas pa natin. Okay? So, if that is the case, sabi sa code, to adjust for moment variation, so to adjust for the moment variation, we use moment gradient modifier, CB. Okay, so equation for critical flexural strength. So minomodify natin yung basic lateral torsional backlink strength natin to reflect yung effect ng varying moment distribution natin. And according to the code, inadapt nila yung formula ni Kirby and Nethercott in 1979. Minodify nila and ito yung ginamit nilang formula for CB. So CB is 12.5 maximum moment all over, 2.5 of the maximum moment plus 3 MA plus 4 MB plus 3 MC. Okay? So, yun yung mga values natin. Wherein ang MA and MB and MC natin are quarter points nung unbraced length natin. So, pag sinabi quarter points, let's say ito yung ating beam natin. As, ang assumption natin, halimbawa, andito yung bracing niya sa support. Okay? Ibig sabihin, yung pinaka-unbraced length natin is yung length ng beam natin. If that is the case, pag tinignan natin yung moment diagram natin, yung position ng MA, MB, and MC are the quarter points. Ano yung pag divide natin by 4 yung unbraced length natin, yun yung mga points ng MA, MB, at MC natin na gagamitin natin dito sa equation na to. Okay? So, halimbawa, gawin nating tatlo yung bracing natin. Halimbawa, itong tatlong to yung bracing natin. It means na meron na tayong dalawang value ng unbraced length. Meron tayong unbraced length na to, yung kalahati, and unbraced length na to. So, yung distance to distance between bracing. So, kung kukunin natin yung MA, MB, and MC, titingin kayo dun sa moment diagram. So, since may dalawa kayong value, ang i-assume natin critical sa dalawa is when kung alin yung mas mahaba ang LB. Kasi sabi natin mas mataas ang LB, mas mababa ang capacity. So, kung equal sila, so parehas lang yung value niya. Pero ngayon, ang consider mo na lang, yung kalahati na lang. Okay? So, ngayon, magkakameron ka ng bagong value na. Ito yung MA mo, ito yung magiging MB mo, MC mo, ito, and then ito yung magiging maximum moment mo. So, itong kalahati na lang yung kinoconsider mo ngayon. Okay? So, meron kang bagong value. Halimbawa, dinagdagan ko dito ng bracing pa ulit sa gitna nito. So, ibig sabihin, pag pinroject ulit natin pababa yan, okay? Pag pinroject natin pababa, okay? Yung distance natin sa bracing natin, ito na lang moment diagram na to yung consider natin para dito sa segment na to. Okay, sa lateral bracing nito. So, ito yung magiging bagong MA niya, MC, MB, MC, tapos yung maximum niya is kung ano yung maximum value. So, nakadepend dun sa unbraced length natin yung magiging posisyon nung MA, MB, and MC tsaka ng maximum moment natin as long as siya ay quarter points nung ating moment diagram. Okay? Quarter points nung ating unbraced length na nakatingin tayo ay sa moment diagram natin. Okay? So, So when steel beams strictly brace, so ibig sabihin yung ating bracing is at certain points na lang, lateral torsional buckle is restricted at specific location lang along its length rather than continuously along the entire span. So nag-change ngayon yung beam resisting ng bending natin and yung distribution ng stresses natin along our length. Okay? So for our beam capacity, nakadepend siya dun sa unbraced length natin. So, yung una, unbraced length natin is yung capacity natin naka-base siya sa moment plastic natin. And yung isa, i-compare natin with our critical buckling moment. So, ito, yan, yung amplifier na pinag-usapan natin and kung ano yung moment critical na nag-e-exist sa beam natin between do sa unbraced length natin. So, yung critical buckling moment, ito na po yung equation niyan. So, ginagamit naman na natin yan kasi ito din yung nasa code na, no? So, you don't need to memorize that one kasi kung mapapansin nyo, ito lang din po yan. Ayan, ito lang din yun, no? Yung value ng FCR dito. Okay? Same values lang din yan ang ginagamit. Okay? And then, yun yung value ng moment. So, kung alin man yung magmi-minimum sa dalawa, yun yung magiging capacity ng section natin. Okay? So, and then, going back sa our column, sabi natin, di ba, nung nasa column tayo, pinaplot natin o tinitingnan natin yung limit na 4.71 square root of E over Fy para malaman natin kung inelastic or elastic yung ating backling, no? So, sa beam, may ganun din po tayo to check whether our lateral torsional backling is inelastic or elastic ano or fully plastic yung condition natin. Yung limit natin na ngayon is dinivide naman natin siya ng tatlong zone, yung zone 1, zone 2, and zone 3. Na ang pinaka-limiting um, points natin is yung LP and LR natin na value na nandun na din sa code yan, ano? So, explain lang natin yung zoning natin. For zone 1, or kapag yung lateral torsional buckling o yung unbraced length natin is less than sa LP, dito tayo sa zone 1 papasok, full plastic moment yung ating condition. Okay, wherein yung moment daw natin is equals dun sa plastic moment natin. And then kapag in between siya ng LP and LR, so zone 2 tayo papasok ngayon. So pag sa zone 2, inelastic lateral torsional buckling naman daw siya. So ang formula mo will depend on the interpolated value between do sa moment plastic and dun sa moment critical natin. Ano? So meron tayong slope na BF dito na tinatawag. So babawasan na natin yung capacity kasi within na tayo sa inelastic range ng lateral torsional buckling. So, ibig sabihin, hindi na niya kaya ma-achieve ngayon yung mismong MP, yung moment plastic natin. And then we have yung zone 3 when our unbraced length is greater than dun sa LR natin, which is elastic na siya. Mangyayari, meron na siyang sariling formula. So, kung may zone 1, zone 2, zone 3 tayo, we need to determine yung value ng LP at LR. So, ito yung equations na gagamitin natin. This is already given naman dun sa code na nasa inyo. Ang gagawin lang natin, substitution lang tayo ng values based on the values on table 1-1. Okay? And then, once we determine yung value ng LP and LR, ayan, ito yung mga zoning ulit natin para makuha natin yung moment capacity natin. Again, for zone 1, Mn is equals to Mp. So, kung ano man yung ating plastic moment multiplied by the resistance factor lang na 0.9. For inelastic LTB, so minimum siya between this value and this value. So, baka mga guluhan kayo, bakit may ganitong form na, no? Wala naman to before. Actually, meron na to before. Okay? Binago ko lang yung kanyang form. Okay? Para mas ma-gets natin yung nasa code. Yung nasa code, ito yung formula niya. Okay? Ito yung mahabang formula niya. Ang ginawa ko, finactor out ko lang itong numerator na to and itong denominator natin para maging siyang BF. Okay? Nung naging BF na siya, so, ayan. Minultiply lang by phi para maging factored moment tayo. Kaya makikita nyo dito, ayan, yan. So, yung naging BF siya dito, yun din yun. MP tapos yung 0.7 FYSX over yung LR minus LB. Bakit kailangan i-gawing ganyan o mag-reintroduce ng bagong variable? Kasi pag chinek natin yung table na gagamitin natin, yung table 3-2, ito po yung table na yun, ano? If you check this table, itong table na to is arranged by ZX yung ating W-shape section. So makikita nyo, yung first two is for moment, ano? Ito yung value ng moment natin. Ito yung value ng MR. So MR is taken from dito sa ano natin, yung 0.7 FYSX dito. Yan yung MR. So ito yung value na yun. Ibig sabihin. And then itong BF dito, yun yung value na yun na nandito. Okay? So ibig sabihin kung ang FY mo is equals to 50 KSI, we can utilize yung table na to directly. You don't need to calculate everything one by one katulad nito, no? Isa-isahin mo pa siya lahat. Okay? Ganon din po doon sa LP and LR natin. Meron din ditong LP and LR. You don't need to calculate it manually. Okay? Unless sa direction nga nung exam is to verify. Pero kung halimbawa wala namang binigay sa exam na you need to calculate manually yung LP and LR, you can use it directly. So galing sa table. As long as yung FY mo ay 50 KSI. So other values of FY, unfortunately, you need to calculate it one by one. Okay? And also dito makikita mo, meron na din siyang value ng shear. So para doon sa pag-check ng shear capacity ng section, wala ka ng problema din. Okay? Kaya sabi ko nga, more or less, yung pagkuha nitong values na to, substitution lang siya ng formula. Okay? So, kaya yun yung condition for zone 2. And then for zone 3, ito naman daw yung equation. Okay? VFCR-SX, wherein FCR natin is itong mahabang equation na to. Okay? Na we can also manually calculate, ano? As long as we know the value of our properties ng section. Okay? So to demonstrate yung paggamit nitong concept na to, let's try to solve an example. Okay? So we have a beam shown, laterally supported or braced at A, B, C, and D. Ang question is a W14 by 132 adequate for Fy is equals to 50 KSI? Use LRFT. Okay? So yung condition natin ngayon, meron siyang bracing at A, sa B, sa C, tsaka sa D. Okay? So looking at the diagram, makikita nyo agad na meron tayong tatlong values ng unbraced length. Ano? Yung unbraced length natin between A to B, unbraced length sa B to C, and unbraced length sa C to D. Okay? So if you will be checking yung capacity, aling unbraced length muna yung uunahin natin? What do you think? Alin yung unahin natin unbraced length? Yung 1, 2, or 3? Para i-check
3.
yung capacity. The 3 because gusto natin makuha yung pinaka-minimum moment capacity. Ano? Sabi nga natin, mas mahaba ang unbraced length, mas maliit ang moment capacity natin. Okay? So, doon tayo magfo-focus sa LB3. Pero, we need to identify first what is our loading. Kasi, yung given sa ating loading ay mga service loads pa lang siya. No? Kaya kailangan natin LRFD. So, we need factored loads. So, we need to transform muna yung loading natin into a factored loading. Okay? So, dito sa given sa atin, meron tayong uniformly distributed load na dead load at live load from A to C. Okay? Pero hindi binanggit sa problem kung kasama na doon sa WD yung mismong weight ng section natin. So, kung hindi binanggit sa problem, unless noted otherwise, ano, you need to assume na hindi pa kasama yung self-weight. Kaya, kailangan natin i-add yung self-weight ng beam. So, ang section natin is W14 by 132. And ano ba yung weight natin? Edi syempre yung 132. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, from the given loading, we need to add also yung weight ng beam natin. Ayan, ayan yung weight ng beam natin. Okay? Na may value siya na ito is naka-pound per feet yun kapag 132. So, 0.132. No? Kip per foot yung value niya. Okay, so let's try to convert this loading into a much simpler loading natin. So, paliitin ko lang yung ating section. Okay, so for our dito, so pwedeng gawin natin WU na to. Okay, kunin natin yung factor loads na to. So yung WD natin, since meron tayong portion dito, no, may portion dito na naka-add para dun sa dead load, lalagyan natin dito ngayon plus 0.132 kip per foot. Sorry. And kip per foot. And equals to 3.632 kip per foot na siya. So para makuha natin yung ultimate, dito, ano, ultimate load, so 1.2 times 1.6 lang, ano? Okay. So, kunin lang natin yun, WU is 1.2 WD plus 1.6 ng WL. Okay? So, 1.2 times 3.632, 1.6 times 1, that is 5.9584. Okay? And then, we also have here an applied live load na concentrated. So, kung si live load, 1.6 lang yon times 25. So, that is 40. Lagay natin dito. 40. Meron tayong 40 kips dito. And then, meron tayong remaining na uniformly distributed load dito sa rest ng section natin, which is 0.132. So, lagyan na lang natin dito as, yan. So, 0.132 kip per foot. Okay? So, kailangan i-solve natin ngayon yung ultimate moment natin dito sa beam natin. Okay, since factored na yung loadings natin, we can calculate now the value of our ultimate moment based on LRFT. Okay, so first is to get our reaction. This is A, this is D. So RA and RD. Okay, so performing, ganyan yung bracing natin. Lagay ko lang yung mga bracing natin. Okay, so this is 9, 9, 18. Okay? So una is to change yung ating mga uniform distributed load into its equivalent ECL. Okay? So 5.9584 times 18, that is 107.2512 kips. 132 times 18, that is 2.376. Okay, kips. So to get the value of RD, ito na lang sa side, ano? So summation of moment at A is equals to 0. So take natin tong table natin. So mag-rotate is itong tatlong loadings na to ng clockwise, and then ito si RD mag-rotate ng counterclockwise. So that is 107.2512 times 9, 40 times 18, tapos 2.376 times 27. Sa kabila, that is 36 ng RD. So, in total, makukuha natin ng RD is equals to 107.2512 times 9, 40 times 18, 2.376 times 27, divide 36, that is 48.5948 kips. Okay? Then, using summation of forces Y is equals to 0. So, lahat ng downward minus itong RD, makukuha natin si RA. Rekta ko na, no? 107.2512 plus 40 plus 2.376 minus yung 48 natin, that is 101.0324 kips. Okay? Yun yung value ng RD tsaka RA natin. So now let's make our moment diagram, shear and moment diagram. Okay? For our shear, Graphical na lang yung ating solution. So, una, aakyat tayo ng RA based dito sa loading natin, ano? Aakyat tayo ng RA. To. So, that is, ang value niya ay 101.0324. Okay? And then, meron siyang uniform distributed load na 107. So, ibababa niya yung 101 minus 107.2512. Magiging siyang negative 0.132 times 1.1584. Hmm.
Sir,
Yung sa weight, no? Mali pala itong weight. Ayan, tao. 0.132 times 1.2. Okay. Sige. 0.1584. Tama ba yun yung i-concern mo? Ano? So, 0.1584. Okay. So, RD. So, 1072512 times 9. 40 times 18, 0.1584 times 27, divide 36. Tama ba? 2512. Wait lang ah. 512 times 9, 40 times 18, plus hindi. 0.132 times 0.1584 times 18. No? Kasi kailangan ay ano, times 18 pa. Hindi. 0.132 times 1.2, 0.1584 na siya times 18. Ayan. Kaya ito is magiging 2.8512. Okay? Kips. Ito ay hindi siya magiging 0.132. Okay? So siya ay 0.132 times 1.2, 0.1584. Yan. So RD, 107.2512 times 9, 40 times 18, 2.8512 times 27, divide 36. Yan. 48.9512. Okay? So, yung 107.2512 plus 40 plus 2.8512 minus yung RD natin, 101.1512 K. Okay? So, ito, adjust din natin to. That is 101.1512. Okay? Minus 107.2512. That is negative 6.1. Okay? And then, meron siyang 40 pababa. So, bababa yung value natin. Negative 46.1. And then, meron ulit siyang uniform distributed load. So, minus pa tayo ng 40 minus 2.8512. So, magiging siyang negative 489512. And then, i-access siya nung RD pataas. Okay? So, ngayon, yung ating ano, diagram is like this. Okay? So, yun yung ating shear diagram. Okay? From our shear diagram, pwede natin calculate ngayon yung ating moment diagram. So, kung nasan yung point of zero shear, usually nandun po yung ating maximum moment. So, we need to calculate the value of that distance. So, you can do that by dividing yung value nitong intensity by the loading natin para makuha natin yung distance na yun. Tawagin natin x. So, 101.1512 divide 5.9584. That is 16.976. So, itong remaining natin na to is minus lang natin sa 18. So, 1.024. Okay? So, for a moment, kunin mo lang yung area ng mga shapes natin. So, we have triangle and then meron tayong trapezoidal. Okay? So, una, 0.5 ng 101.1512 times 16.976. That is 858. Ayan. So, 858.571. Okay? And then, yung nasa ilalim na triangle, so that is negative na 0.5, negative 6.1 times 1.024 is 855. 855.448. And then, minus yung trapezoid natin. So, point plus 0.5 minus 46.1 plus negative 48.9312 times 18 yung length. That is 0. No? So, may discrepancy lang konti pero 0 yan. Okay? So, this is will be a parabolic. Okay? This is also parabolic. Then to. Okay? So, this is our moment diagram. And as you can see on the diagram, ang ating maximum moment, MU natin, is 858.571 keep fit. Okay? Ibig sabihin, ito yung kailangang i-resist nung section natin. Yan yung i-check natin later on. Okay? So, pero so far, nagagawa pa lang natin structural analysis pa lang, ano? Di pa tayo nag-analyze talaga ng section natin. Okay? Alright, so, kung meron tayo nito, since may moment diagram na tayo, we can check na kung ano yung CB natin, ano yung value ng CB natin. So, gamitin natin yung LB3 natin. Again, yung ating longest. So, ito yung portion na yun. Then, pagtingin doon, titingin ka doon sa moment diagram niya. So, ito yun. Doon sa moment diagram niya, i-divide natin siya ng 4. Okay? So, ito yung mga points na kailangan natin. Okay? So ngayon, ang question, paano natin ngayon kukunin yung mga values ng mga points na yun? Okay? What you can do, there are several ways, ano? So pwedeng kunin nyo yung mga points niya dito, ano yung mga equivalent points niya dito. Then makukuha mo yung value niya pag kinalculate mo. Okay? Pero very tedious yun kasi mag-ratio and proportion ka pa no, para makuha mo yun. So one way to do this is since moment diagram pinag-uusapan natin, values ng moments. And itong mga to, alam natin yung distances nito. Okay? Kasi sabi natin, dinivide natin by 4 yung segment na to. So, ibig sabihin, pwedeng itong portion na to, makukuha natin as 18 divide 4, which is 4.5. Okay? So, ito, so pwede sabihin natin, mula do sa right support, this is 4.5. This is 9.0. This is 13.5 para makuha natin yung value ng MA, MB, at MC. So, okay lang mag-interchange si MA at si MB, MC rather. Okay? And ang maximum natin, wala namang ibang malaki dyan, kundi yung 855, itong point na to. Okay? So, para makuha yon, what we can do is to cut section. Okay? Cut tayo ng section. And then isolate natin yung section na yun para ma-expose yung internal forces niya. Kunin natin yung moment function ng segment na yun. Okay? So, yung segment natin, meron siyang um, RD na 48.9512. Ito yung ating cut section. Meron siyang uniformly distributed dito na 0.1584. Okay? So ito yung point O, yung cut natin. So referring our distance from the left end, ito yung distance natin. So pwede tawagin ito as X. And kunin natin yung kanyang moment function using that diagram. Okay? So taking summation of moments at O is equals to 0, taking clockwise as positive. So magro-rotate is itong ECL natin. This is 1584x. Okay? So that is M plus 0.1584 x times x over 2 minus 48.9512 x is equals to 0. O yung moment function natin is 48.9512 x minus 0.1584 x squared over 2. So, itong moment function na to is referring dito sa moment equation na to. Okay? So, kung gusto natin makuha yung mga value ng moments na yun, we can substitute yung 4.5, yung 9, tsaka 3.5 dito sa equation na to. Okay? So, doing that, let's proceed sa another sheet. Okay? So, using yung, ano natin, copy natin to, moment, 48.9512x minus 0.1584 x squared over 2. So, yung moment at x is equals to 4.5. Ito yung MA natin. M at x is equals to 9. Ito yung ating MB. M at x is equals to 13.5. Yan yung ating MC. Okay? And then yung maximum moment natin, nandun na yun sa graph, which is 855.448. 448 keep fit. Okay? So, ito is in-encode nyo lang sa CalQ. Input nyo lang. And then, sasubstitute natin yung mga values ng x. 9512. Walang kong CalQ. 48.9512x minus 0.1584 x squared over 2. Solve ng 4.5. That is 218.6766. Okay? Solve ng 9. That is 434.1456. Solve ng 13.5. That is 646.407. Okay? Give fit. Okay? So now we can calculate CB. So 12.5 ng maximum, that is 855.448 over 2.5. So, ito yung formulang sinabi ng code, no? Ito yan, ha? 12.5, 2.5343. So, 855.448 plus 3, 218.676 plus 4 times 434.1456 plus 3 times 646.407. So CB, 855.448 divided by 2.5, 855.448 plus 3, 218.6766 plus 4, 434.1456 plus 3, 346.407. Answer is 1.653 or roughly 1.65. Okay? So, ito po yung answer natin for CB. Yan yung gagamitin nating amplifier dun sa equation natin. Okay? So, CB pa lang po yan. Okay? So, CB. Okay? So, yan. Next, once na meron na tayo ng MU, may CB na tayo, we can now proceed with our solution. Ano? So, ang solution natin kasunod is to check for compactness. Okay? Check natin yung compactness. So, yung BF over 2TF natin. So, gawin natin yung conventional muna. So, looking at our table 1-1, 14 by 132 tayo. So, ayan. So, sakto. Ito na pala, no? Lagyan lang natin ng highlight yung gagamitin natin. Okay. So, ito. Tsaka ito. Okay. BF, TF muna tayo. So, BF natin is 14.7 tsaka 1.03. Per 2 times 1.03 is equals to 7.136. So, H over TW, wherein yung value ng H is actually the distance na to, no? Galing dun sa diagram natin. Ito yung H. So, kailangan natin ng value ng depth. Tsaka, itong portion na to, yung K design. Okay? So, ang formula niya is depth minus 2K design all over TW. So, you're looking at the table. So, depth natin is 14.7. K design, ito po yun, ano? 1.63. Okay? Tapos divide natin ng TW, 0.645. So, 14.7 minus 2 times 1.63 was divided by 0.645. So, dito, so that is 14.7 minus 2 times 1.63 divided by 0.645. That is equals to 17.736. Okay? So, yan yung ating width to thickness ratio. And as you can see, may value tayong nakuha, no? So, kung check natin ulit yung table 1-1, pag tinignan nyo, meron po siya ditong compact section criteria. Actually, may value na din tayo ng B2M, tsaka H over TW. Papansin nyo, 7.15 yung ginamit niya. Ang nakalculate natin, 7.136. So, may konting discrepancy. And then, ito, 17.7 yung H over TW niya. Yung sa atin is 17.736. Okay? So kung requirement sa problem o sa instruction is to calculate it manually, you have to do it this way. But if not, you can use directly the values that you can see on the table 1-1. Okay? So, ayan. So once you have this, ano mo na ngayon yung um, ano natin, condition natin. So we have our flange, our web, okay? And then ito yung ating limits, ano? So, kung babalikan natin yung values natin, nasan ba yung, ano natin yan? Ito yung limit natin na yan, ano? So, kung 50 KSL lang ito, 0.38 square root of 29,000 over 50, that is 9.6, 1516. That is 9.15. Tapos, ito is 24. 0.08, 3.76. This is 90.55, and then 5.7. That is 137.27. Okay? So, going back dito, so 137.27, 90.55, 24.08, and then 9.15. Okay? So, yung sa flange natin, ito yun, 7.136. So, below siya. Okay, so dito tayo. And then, yung sa web is ito. So, below ulit siya. So, okay, yung ating classification, this is compact, non-compact, tapos is slender. So, since both flange and web are compact, therefore, section is compact. Okay? Use F2 equation. Okay? Use F2 equations tayo. Ibig sabihin, pabalikan natin yung ating code dito. Yan. Dito tayo papasok sa F2 equation. And ang requirement ng F2 equation, meron tayong yielding, meron tayong lateral torsional buckling. Okay? So, let's continue. So, compact na yung section natin. Let's proceed. So, ang kasunod ngayon is satisfy natin yung condition, yung limit state. Yung una is by yielding. Okay? Sabi sa yielding is yung MN natin ay equal sa MP is equals to Fy times Zx. Okay? Fy natin is 50 kip per inches squared. Zx natin kukunin natin sa table 1-1. So Zx is 234. Okay, ito na, 234. So 234 inches cube. And then convert natin sa foot. So 1 foot 12 inches. So Mn is 50 times 234 times 1/12. That is 975 cube feet. Okay? So ito yung true capacity natin by yielding. Okay? Then for B, ito yung sa lateral torsional buckling. We need to compare yung value ng LB natin with LR tsaka LP or LP and LR. Okay? And so far yung LB natin is 18 feet yung ginagamit natin. So si LP and LR, gagamitin po natin yung mahaba natin formula. Ito po. Okay? To calculate. Okay? So let's copy this one and show how this is used. Okay? So, ayan. So start tayo muna sa LP muna tayo. LP is much easier, no? So LP is equals to 1.76 Ry square root of E over Fy. 1.76 Ry. Ry natin dito is 3.76. So 3.76 square root of 29,000 over 50. LP is 159.373 inches po ang unit natin dito. Okay? So para gawing feet, divide natin ng 12. That is 13.28 feet. Okay? Next is yung ating LR. Okay? For LR, let's get yung value. So kailangan daw muna natin ng RTS. Okay? So RTS muna unahin natin. RTS is equals to square root of square root ng IY tsaka CW. So IY natin is 548, CW is 25,500. Square root noon divided by yung SX, ano? SX natin is SXI 209. Okay, so that is 548, 25, 500 divide 209. That is 4.229. Pero since our equation dito contains 1.5 RTS, gagawin natin, i-store natin siya as letter A sa calcu natin. Times 1.95, that is 8.247. Store natin sa letter A. Okay? Next, we have yung E over 0.7 Fy. Store natin sa letter B. That is 29,000. 0.7 times 50. That is 828.571. Store sa letter B. Okay? Next is yung JC lower SXHO. Store natin sa letter C. So yung JC, J natin dito is 12.3. So 12.3 times 1.0 for I shape. SX natin is 209. HO is 13.7. 12.3 times 1, 209, 13.7. That is yung ating letter C. 296 times 10 to the negative 3. Okay? After that, ayan, pwede natin calculate si LR using yung ating substitutions. A, B, square root of C plus square root of C squared plus 6.76, then 1 over B squared. So ang LR, upon calculating, square root of C squared plus 6.76, 1 over B squared is 670.051 inch, or in foot, divide lang ng 12, that is 55.838 feet. Okay? So, ito yung values ng LR, LP, and then LB natin. So, saan tayo magpo-fall under? So, since si LP is 13.28, less than siya sa LB, and si LB is less than sa LR, it means na, therefore, LP less than LB less than LR tayo, which is zone 2 tayo. Okay? Kung zone 2 tayo, ito yung zoning natin. Ito yung kailangan nating formula for moment natin. Okay? Zone 2. Ayan. So, ito yung formulas natin. So, ang wala pa tayo is yung BF. That is equals to MP minus 0.7 Fy Sx all over LR minus LP. So, si MP, calculate na natin 975. Previously, ano? Ito yun. MN, MP is the same. Okay? LP at LR. So, LP is 13.28. Tapos LRI, 55.838. Okay, minus 0.7. Fy is 50. So ito is keep fit. This is KSI times, I think this is 209 inches cube. So magiging keep inch to. So kailangan gawin keep feet para mag-combine with our 975. Okay? And divide by 55.838 minus yung 13.28. Na ito naka-fit. So magka-cancel to. Matutira is keeps na lang siya. So 975 minus 0.7, 50, 209, 1/12 divided by 55.838 minus 13.28. That is 8.586. Okay? So, ang MN, VMN, is equals to minimum. Gamitin natin yung CB. CB natin is 1.65 multiplied by 0.9 of 975 kip feet minus 0.9. This is in kips. 8.586 kips. LB natin is 18 minus LP natin is 13.28. Tapos 8.9 ng 975 kip feet. Okay? So, VMA natin is equals to minimum between 1.65, 0.9, 975 minus 0.9, 8.586, 18 minus 13.28. That is 1387.694 kip feet or 0.9 times 975. That is 877.5 kip feet. And then minimum ng dalawa. So minimum is ito. Okay? So therefore, ang VMN o yung capacity ng section natin is 877.5 kip feet. Okay? Comparing with our MU, ang value ng MU natin taken from our first calculation dito, no? 858.571, 858.571 kip feet. So yung MU natin is greater than dun sa ating demand, ano? So since ang capacity is greater than dun sa our demand, therefore our section is what? Adequate. Okay? Meron tayong efficiency na 858.71 or 877.5 times 100. Meron tayong efficiency of 97.859%. Okay? Section is adequate. So, ganun makuha yung VMN natin, no? Ito yung capacity ng section natin. And then ito yung kailangang i-resist. Okay? That is the longer method. Okay? Kung paano i-calculate yung section natin. Okay? Paano kung halimbawa i-utilize natin yung mismong ano natin, yung table natin. Okay? So sige, let's try to sa another sheet. Okay? So ito yung formula natin na kailangan satisfy, ano? So, pag titingnan nyo yung table 3-2, again, meron tayong value ng LP at LR. Okay? And hanapin natin yung W14 by 132. Ito is naka-arrange siya by ZX, ano? Eh, yung ZX natin ng 132, pag chinek natin, ZX na is 234. Okay? So, 234, hanapin natin yung value na 234. So, next pa tayo. 234 somewhere dito. Ayan, so si 14,132. Ayun, si 14,132. Ano? So, 14,132. Ayan. Yan, ha? Tapos, makita natin si LP at LR, nandito na, no? LP at LR, kung ginamit niyang value, 7.74, si LP niya, LR. So again, LP natin dito is 13.3 and then 55.8. Okay? And compare natin doon sa nakuha natin by manual calculation. This is 13.28 yung nakuha natin. So, ni-round off lang niya, 13.3. And then, 55.838 yung atin. So, kanya 55.8 lang. Okay? So, the same din. No? Ayan, yung LP and LR natin. Pero imagine kung di mo na kailangan mag-calculate ng mahaba, no? Yung convenience nun. Okay? And then, si VMP tsaka si VBF, nandun na din po yan sa table. Okay? Pwede natin kunin na din yan. So, para makuha yan, so VM, nyari, naglag yung section. Okay? What happened? Wait lang, nare-recon ko lang. Okay? So, going back, again, itong VMP and VBF natin, easily makuha na din yan dito, no? So, dito, yung VMP natin, ito yon 878, tsaka 7.74. 878, PBF is 7.74. So, yung VMA natin, pag kinalculate, minimum between yung ating 1.65 tapos 878 minus 7.74 times LB natin is 18 minus 13.3 and then this is 878. So 1.65, 878 minus 7.74, 18 minus 13.3, that is 1388.676. So again, ito yung mag-govern. So ang VMA natin is 878 kbit. So yun na agad yung capacity niya. Okay? Mas mabilis siya compared dun sa mahabang ginagawa natin. Pero yan, the same lang din, ano? 877.5. Okay? So section is adequate tayo. Okay? So yan yung sa LB natin, LB3. Okay? So ano lang natin, balikan lang natin. Yung LB1 natin is 9 feet. Tsaka yung LB2, 9 feet din. Okay? So kung i-compare with LP, LB natin is less than sa LP. Therefore, siya ay zone 1. Sa zone 1, sabi sa zone 1 ng capacity niya, pag zone 1 siya, ay yung moment plastic natin. Okay? It means na, sa first two segments natin, okay, sa segment AB and AB and BC, no? Ang VMA natin ay equal sa VMP, which is in turn 878 keep fit din yung value niya. Okay? Yung moment plastic pa din natin. Okay? So dito nagkataon lang na mas malaki pa din, mas maliit yung plastic moment natin compared with the capacity kapag in-amplify natin siya, no? Kaya nag-govern yung 878. Okay? Pero pag nangyaring mas mas lesser yung value nito, definitely yung moment capacity natin will not reach yung plastic moment. Okay? So, ayan, ganyan po yung pag-analyze ng section natin for um, discretely braced beams. Okay? Question po tayo?